You might have the best graphic ever. You might have the best offer, the best visuals, the best hook. But if your messaging is off just a little bit, you become invisible. The people you're trying to find won't ever notice you. And it's not from a lack of effort, believe me. It's from these small mistakes that I've made and most people make in the beginning. I've been working a lot with clients to help them make their messaging clearer. And I'm going to share with you the 4 biggest mistakes that make people invisible. And of course, what to do about it. We'll start with the biggest mistake that drains the most out of your messaging. Most business owners think that listing out the features of their offer or their business or their service is good enough. But features just fade away into the background with everybody else's features. Features only matter when you tie them to the benefit and the result. Otherwise, you run the risk of pulling in the wrong people and wasting a bunch of time. I know an automotive repair business that advertised their features, and they even added in the benefits to their features. They would talk about how a brake job would increase stopping power and reduce braking distance. He would get calls and requests for estimates, but not very many people would call him back. When he changed things up and started talking about the results people would see, so he would talk about brake jobs and the safety it would bring and the peace of mind it would give and the reduced cost in the long run of maintenance. That's what really turned his business around. So make sure you're tying your features and benefits to real outcomes, because then your messaging connects on that deeper level. Now, the next mistake seems like a good idea, but it's really not. It's so common. Most new businesses make this mistake. I made this mistake. Business owners tend to model after their competition. We tend to echo what we hear in the marketplace, which kind of makes sense. I mean, if all those big guys are doing it, it must work, right? The truth is, if your message looks and sounds like the big guys, then you just vanish into the crowd. And saying the same thing over and over more often and louder doesn't make you stand out. Standing out is about having a unique point of view. What is it that you do differently? What gap are you filling that the other guys aren't? Find that and talk about it all the time. Because if you're just following the crowd, people forget who you are and choose someone else. But there's another mistake people make when trying to reach as many people as possible. Real quick, if you're tired of posting content that only gets likes, I have a 1-page map that shows where that gap is. I put the link in the description. Now, it seems logical to cast that wide net, right? I mean, the more people we reach, the more clients we're going to be able to get. Again, that kind of makes sense. But in reality, the wider you cast your net, the fewer good clients you actually get. When you try and reach everyone at once, it backfires on you because your message gets so watered down, nobody feels like that message is meant for them. The clearer and more focused you get with your message, the stronger the response you're going to get. When you chase that bigger crowd, you reach fewer of the right people. The biggest mistake of all keeps people working harder without even knowing why they're stuck. It's when you do more of what's already not working. When we see a tactic or strategy that appears to be working for somebody else, we want to push harder and make it work for ourselves. But when your messaging is already off, pushing harder just makes it worse. Let's look at it this way. If you're reaching 100 people and not getting any results, reaching 1,000 people is only going to amplify getting no results 10 times. If you step back and fix your messaging, you're going to save time, energy, and get better results. Once your messaging is fixed, the next step is to make sure it attracts buyers. In the next video, I have a 5-point checklist you can use for all your content. Click on the video and I'll see you there.